My name is Rob Colautti. I'm an assistant professor at Queen's University, and my lab studies genetic changes in natural populations that are occurring in response to human activity. So if you think of things like climate change, habitat modification, the introduction and spread of invasive species, some of these really large-scale changes that humans are responsible for. One of the few things that Darwin got wrong in The Origin of Species was the idea that evolution is this very slow, gradual, imperceptible process. And what we've found more recently is that genetic changes can occur very rapidly in natural populations. And I think our contribution has been showing how much genetic variation matters even within a species, and this is a good example here. This is purple loosestrife, which is a species that was introduced to North America a few hundred years ago. And very quickly evolved differences in flowering time. This is the exact same species, just from two different geographic locations, and the genes that are different between those locations have a big effect on how that individual performs in that environment. So here you can see a plant that's adapted to a short growing season. So it started flowering very, very early. And then here's a plant that's adapted to a longer growing season. And so instead of flowering early, it takes time to get bigger. And when the growing season is longer, that allows the plant to accumulate more resources for reproduction. Whereas in a short growing season, you have a limited time window, and so you sacrifice the larger size in exchange for earlier reproduction. And one of the things we're interested in under climate change, as temperatures warm, growing seasons get longer. What happens when we change from an environment that favors this kind of plant to one that favors this kind of plant? And one of the consequences is that potentially we can produce a lot more seeds and facilitate the spread of invasive species. And then we're also interested in the role that of biocontrol agents. So this is a beetle that was introduced to control purple loosestrife. So there's another potential aspect of evolution here. We have the flowering time change due to local climate, and then we have what happens when a beetle is introduced. So it's this complex interaction between climate and biotic interactions and the genetic responses that the plant is making in response to those environments.